Yeah, so I was the first VP of engineering at Macromedia, and over the years I've built a number of authoring environments, including Director, which is kind of the antecedent to Flash. And I started out, I was actually retired, or unemployed, and I started out to build a tool for kids to make your own adventure content. So you give them a bunch of video clips, and they get to a point in the video, and it's, did Donnie kill the dragon, or did the dragon take Donnie to his castle? And they can put together the video clips in the order that they, so you're watching it, and then a little thing comes up, and you have to click which one you want to have happen.
Be your own editor.
Right, be your own editor. So it started that way, and it just sort of grew from that. I wasn't really intending to start a company when I did it, but like I say, it's grown from that.
Yeah, did you really see like the advertising possibilities when you were
well, pretty early into it, because the same idea of you get to a point and then the story can go two different directions. Well, that could be two different ads. It could be let the user pick the ad. It could be multiple choices, but the advertiser's picking the ad. So the advertising possibilities made themselves obvious pretty early, as the merchandising possibilities. So you can click, right in the show and buy things, buy the things that are on screen at that moment. And again, it's getting a lot of interest. It's very different than going to a website. You watch the TV show and you make a little note, go look at the website. This is you're watching the show on your PC, and I can click right now to get that thing or find out more about it.
But still, the video stays in the corner of your screen.
Video can be anywhere the author wants it to be. So the author controls how big the video is and how big the web content is, how big the social content is.
So that's a lot of user control. Very impressive.
So we've seen pieces where authors have kept the video in the main part of the screen, and the buy the product piece is just a little piece over on the side. And then we've seen the opposite, where buy the product takes over most of the screen and the video goes down in the corner.
I also saw the Twitter feeds on the side of the How big was the explosion of social media and the development of the product?
That's a good question. It was late. But we didn't think of that until we were talking to the media companies, and they were saying, well, could you add a social media component to this? And we had all of the tools to do it. We didn't have to actually implement any new technology. And similarly, I don't know if did you see any of the phone messages out or the robocalls out?
No.
Yeah, so that was another one that we had the technology built, and we didn't realize what it could be used for. And somebody had the bright idea of in a show where they're doing text messaging in the show, we send the text message, same time it's on screen in the TV show, we send the text message to the user, and users get just berserk with this, like in Gossip Girl, where they're constantly sending text messages, and it's all this secret stuff.
You're going to have to inform me on that one, I'm sorry. But I have my guilty pleasures, so that is not one of them. But
so on Glee,
how did you know?
Well, we did a prototype where they sing the song, and then your phone rings, and it's one of the characters' voices. It's Rachel saying, "Wasn't that great?" And people really respond. I mean, people just go nuts when they get these calls.
Oh, I bet.
It's in context. It's right as you're watching the shows. So we're working with media companies. We have several deals that are unannounced. We're looking to do some education deals because we think the content can be used in education.
Interesting. The education on what's on what grounds?
Well, imagine you were listening to the professor talk about a topic, and as they mentioned something, you could get a video link to another piece of video. So you're watching the professor talk online, and he mentions World War II, and you can click and go get more information as video or as web content. We've done prototype pieces with people where every video piece has a wiki link in it, so you can always see the wiki for whatever the topic is. But some people have gone much deeper than that. We did a piece using San Francisco aquarium data, and it's layers and layers deep. You start out with the fish in the aquarium, but you go to web content, you go to video content, and the way that we enable surfing in video, where you can jump from video clip to video clip and always maintain your position, makes it that you can really jump in the media.
You can open up multiple viewing panes.
When we keep it all in one pane, and very much on purpose, because if you start opening multiple panes, what happens is the user gets lost and confused. If you keep it in a single pane, you can, in the same way that in web content, you click on a link and you jump off to something else, but you can hit back and go right back where you were. Same idea.
Very cool.
You know, in media companies, we've seen a lot of use for backstories and outtakes, a lot of interest in the reality TV programmers, where they shoot, you know, dozens and dozens of cameras, and so they have outtakes of, you know, just thousands of hours.
And most of the fans of those shows are quite rabid. So.
And the fans are rabid, and they have particular people that they love, and they want to watch that person. So we talked to one show that at peak runs 84 simultaneous cameras. So they have so much footage. It's just unbelievable.
Oh my God! I would hate to be an editor on that.
Yeah. Well, and then when they pack it up, you know, they edit the show for the season and they put it all away, and it's so many. It's got to be petabytes and petabytes and petabytes of data. So yeah, it's a big deal.